The Carnation City Mall in Alliance, Ohio opened in 1983, and pretty soon this mall will be demolished. This news wouldn't come as quite a shock to anybody who's visited the mall in the past 10 or 15 years, as the mall has been falling into disrepair, shops have been closing or leaving, and honestly, it looks like a mall that ought to be demolished.
Originally, this video was intended to be a mini documentary. However, at the time, we weren't really sure how far the project was going to go, and we didn't really get much farther than recording some B-roll.
Hi, my name is Adam, and you're watching the documentary about how I made a documentary about this mall.
The majority of the footage you're going to see in this video was recorded in 2020, or just about 2 years ago. However, there is some more recent footage that I filmed at the mall in 2022. Please enjoy this montage of me exploring the more spooky and abandoned parts of the mall.
There's only a few stores left open in the mall right now, and as far as I know, Dunham's is the only one that's staying. They've also repainted the water tower, and it looks nice, but you can't really read it from the street. There's also a Comfort Inn that's directly attached to the mall, and people staying at the hotel could visit the mall without actually having to go outside. I've never stayed at that hotel, but I have had friends and family that have stayed there. As far as I know, the Comfort Inn isn't going anywhere for the foreseeable future. I'm 26 years old and I've lived in Alliance for the majority of my life. I've visited this mall plenty of times and I've actually made some commercials for the local businesses here. And while I can recognize that this wasn't the best mall ever, it was our mall. I remember trick-or-treating here as a kid, playing in Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, and watching some of my favorite movies for the very first time in the theater at this mall.
I came here not too long ago to watch the last film that I'll ever see at the theater in this mall. It was a Brad Pitt movie called Bullet Train, and it was actually a pretty good movie. I'd recommend it. I have a lot of memories at this theater and the mall too. I'm sure just as much as I miss it, a lot of other people are gonna miss it too.
Anybody who's visited the mall regularly will be familiar with the state of the parking lot. It is plagued with potholes and it can be particularly difficult to navigate around them. My grandma actually lost a hubcap here once, and of course it looks bad now, and it's the worst it's ever been, but it's not like it really ever looked a whole lot better, at least not in the last 10 years. Apparently, once the mall is demolished, a Myers will be taking its place. Personally, I don't think I'll be doing much shopping there, not out of spite, but because I do most of my shopping at Walmart, which is literally right next door. There's also a Giant Eagle, a Mark's, and an Aldi not too far down the street, so I'm not sure that Alliance needs another grocery store.
Honestly, if Alliance needs anything, it's a place where people can just hang out and have fun. You know, like a mall. I know malls are kind of dying across the country, and that's just the way things are now. But Alliance doesn't have a lot of recreational spaces to replace what the mall offered. I remember even when the mall was doing alright, one of the best places to hang out in Alliance was Walmart.
Seriously, in middle school, we used to just go to Walmart and hang out. The place right next to the mall. We went to Walmart instead of the mall because that was more fun. Otherwise, if you wanted to go to a different mall, you'd have to drive about 30 minutes into Canton to go to the Belden Village Mall. The mall closing and being torn down is something we all probably saw coming, and while we knew this day would eventually be here, it's still sad to see it go.
Hey, thanks for watching. Maybe you'll give me a like if you comment that it's bad. I hope you follow up with psych. I won't give you money, no, this isn't a bribe, but after watching this video, I hope you'll subscribe. Subscribe.
Let's go.
Subscribe.
Just do it.
Subscribe. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Thank you.